Okay. All right. So first off, we have Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This is for me. Where do you guys think I'm gonna put this?
I think you're gonna put it on A, at least.
Alex, where do you think I'm gonna put it?
A.
You'd be correct. I'm gonna put it on A. I like Mario Golf Toadstool Tour primarily just because I like how all the courses feel unique. Nothing feels like a recycle. Nothing feels rehash. It doesn't feel like, oh, I feel like I'm playing a similar hole from a different course, or the course paths are similar. On top of that, there's a lot of game modes, like you said. My only grind with Toadstool Tour is, like you said, as it gets later on in the game, it just becomes very gimmicky.
Yeah.
And even if you try to play up the gimmicks, you can't because of the course.
Yeah.
So, if you don't play a perfect game, you screw up. And if you screw up, you pretty much lose the whole tournament. So if you're trying to star characters, it becomes a pain in the ass. It's not really worth it. It's But the character selection, like you said, is nice. Shadow Mario, that was an awesome character to have. So that's why it stays here.
Yeah. Next up is Mario Tennis 64.
All right, where do you think I'm going to put it?
He's gonna say maybe B tier.
Alex? B. C tier.
Really?
What?
All right, so look, hear me out, right? Hear me out. So, I played a little bit of Mario Tennis recently, actually, like within the past year.
Like, was it on the Switch Online? Or?
It was actually on emulator.
Oh,
so
okay.
I got like a pretty. Oh, I was saying a dirty word. Sorry, Nintendo.
Not we can say that.
Yeah. So like, here's my thing about Mario Tennis 64. It is a lot better than Virtual Boy. I will give it that. The problem is that with the other tennis games that came out within the next couple of years after that, it really solidifies that maybe Mario 64 Tennis is not as good as what people make it out to be. Sure, technology was different, mechanics were added, that makes the game different. Fine, I get it. But when you break it down to what it is, a bare bones core, it's really not all there. And the amount of time that you're putting into that game, it doesn't feel as rewarding as some of the later games. On top of that, you're strictly just doing matches and some tournaments to unlock characters. And granted, Power Tennis is kind of that, but at least Power Tennis had multiple game modes that you could, like,
All the
screw
mini
around
games,
with.
yeah.
All the mini games. So there was more to do outside of that. That's why I give Mario Tennis a C.
Understandable. I guess to you it felt more primitive, I guess.
Yeah, and again, I think it's just because of age and like nostalgia reasons. I think that's probably why you had an A tier.
Absolutely.
Which that's fine. That's fine. But when I went back and played it at 24, about to be 25 years old, it doesn't feel like how it's supposed to.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so Mario Golf
World Tour 3DS.
Where do you think I'm gonna put it?
So I know you already said never played.
Yeah, I
personally.
never played it. But if what you're saying is true, I would like to play it.
Yeah, either I could lend you my copy, or hopefully we could find one like at Region, if it's not too expensive.
I still need my 3DS to work.
It's true, and 3DSs have gone way up.
I know.
Oh my god.
All right, next.
Mario Superstar Baseball!
All right, where are you guys thinking?
S.
Alex?
You said S earlier.
I did say S. Let's put in the S tier.
Hell yeah.
This game was one of the first Mario Sports games I owned personally, besides another one I'm going to talk about. And I really love its challenge mode. I think challenge mode itself solidifies that game. Between trying to grab captains to build a team the stronger to fight Bowser, and there's multiple difficulty levels, so it's not like a one and done. That was really fun. Hoyfield felt so good in this game compared to Sluggers. So good. And the AI doesn't feel dumb.
Yeah.
AI is actually competitive in this. So you're punished for mistakes.
Absolutely.
So if you don't hit that ball right, that's an out. And
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm cool with that. So and the roster was decent. You know, it could have been a little better.
Yeah.
But for what it was at the time for GameCube, it was awesome.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it was the first baseball game.
Yeah.
So for them to knock it out of the park like they did,
Knock it out of the park like they did. Ah!
you do that today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why are you going to leave me hanging? That's something.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, so that's where I'm kind of sitting when it comes to that.
Yeah, I got that. Very good choice.
Thank you.
Next up is Strikers Charge
Hey,
It.
if you don't put that motherfucking ST, I swear to God. There we go. Alright, so I have a distinct memory with this game.
Oh.
I was living at my old house when my mom and dad were still together. My brother asked me if I needed anything while he was out. He went out to do something. I jokingly said to him, man, the new Mario Strikers Charge game just came out.
Oh, boy.
I really like that. I was 10 years old, mind you. He came back 2 hours later, dropped the bag in my room, and boy, oh boy, was it the actual fucking game.
Oh my god.
The amount of excitement that went on my face was unreal. I played that game for 7 hours straight that night. I did
Hell
not
yeah.
put it down. Would you believe me if I told you I never unlocked every single character in that game?
Oh shit.
The only 2 characters I didn't unlock were Petey and Diddy.
Yeah, yeah.
I unlocked everybody else.
Those tournaments get fucking brutal, but I love that.
Petey.
Oh
and
yeah.
the challenges are brutal. Oh my god. You have the one with Petey where you have to come back from a 5-0 deficit
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's like you got like what, a minute left or something.
Yeah.
It's on the hardest difficulty. It's like yeah, absolutely not.
Gauntlet shit.
Yeah, it was rough. But the nice thing too is this game had like an attitude towards it.
Yeah.
Right? It had like a grind to it, rougher than we've ever seen. Like this game was, while it's a sports game, it felt like a dark sports game.
This ain't your daddy's Mario.
Right. This is not like, as a 10-year-old kid playing this, like there were some bits of me that were like, wow, this is really like cool. Like this is edgy.
Yeah.
For Nintendo, like this was edgy. And I think that's what gave it like a cool wow factor. So to me, that was really nifty to me. I really enjoyed that.
I loved it too. Like that's one of the big things that made me want to
Like
get a
if you
Wii.
ever
Was
look
this.
at like the sky, the Zeppelin,
Yeah.
the Zeppelin, where it's like it like tilts and shit.
Yeah, the Stormtroop Stadium.
That stadium's sick. All the retro stadiums.
Yeah.
The Conga Stadium Coliseum was different. Like the lighting had changed.
Yeah.
It looked more like grimy. It was so cool. It was such a nifty twist. That's
Absolutely.
why, like, when I look at the new Strikers, dude, they just make me so upset.
I know.
I can sit here and talk about that later, but that's one of those things, man. I'm just like, wow. All right, what do we got next?
Mario Golf on Game Boy Color.
I have never played it. I am willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to give all these a shot,
Yeah.
for the record, except for I don't know about Virtual World.
It's the best one.
No, you shut your fucking mouth. But you know, I'm not gonna knock something if I've never played it. So I know you said did you say you played it or you had not played it?
I have not played on Mario
Okay,
Golf.
so I'm not too thrilled about it. All right, what do we got next?
Mario Golf Super Rush on Switch.
All right, what do you guys think I'm putting this?
I'm gonna say E.
You're gonna say E. Where are you thinking now? D. Put it in a C tier. Okay, so the thing about something different about you and me about this game. I actually liked its little single player story. Regardless of that whole cross golf, I think it's very interactive.
Yeah.
And it allows you to learn the new mechanics of the game without it feeling like it's very stress-worthy. So when I first booted up, I was like, oh, okay, so we have to run when we like play now. And like that's a nifty little idea because you have to manage stamina, you have to manage you have to make sure that you gotta be quick.
Yeah.
You gotta be quick.
It's realistic.
And it made it feel good. All the characters have their own little outfits and stuff like that. And it does receive content updates. I can't knock them for not putting content updates. Granted, I wish it was all released when the game really came out.
Yeah.
But it's better than it not getting anything at all after launch. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, okay, so I get to play as Birdo or whatever after a patch, or I get to play as King Bama or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, at least I'm playing as somebody.
I understand
And
that.
the new course updates that they come out with, they're pretty decent for the most part. But the thing is, like you said, it's not Toadstool.
Right.
It's not. And I think that's my biggest grime is, like, there's no, like, real gimmicky, like, mini-games and stuff like that. There's no real, I guess you could say, cool, nifty, like, unique things. Like, sure, you get the super shot.
Yeah.
But the games have always had the super shot.
Yeah.
They just changed how they look and what they do now.
Right.
So, as far as, like, a game, like, it's cool. Like, I'll play every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go out of my way, like, Superstar Baseball or Strikers like I do most days of the week.
Exactly.
So, that's where it stands for me. Do I think it was worth $60? No. Would I pay $30? Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mario Tennis Game Boy Color.
Okay, where's everybody think?
I think you said you never played it?
I have never played it, this is correct. Again, I'm willing to try it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of my Game Boy Color games were not Mario games. They were like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Pokemon Pinball.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a great one. Alright, what do we got next?
Mario Tennis Open on 3DS.
Never played it,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Mario Golf Advance Tour on Game Boy Advance.
So, I have played this.
Ooh.
Where do you think
I think that you're going to put it in C, personally.
I'm gonna put it in probably. I think the primary flaw with that is just because it's a portable game. It's but here's the thing now. There's a game that is mentioned. It's a horrible game on that road we haven't talked about yet. I'm gonna put it in the S tier, and when we get there, I'll talk about it. Okay?
Absolutely.
But Advanced Tour, like the courses were cool. You know, it's a Game Boy Advance game, so like, you can't really expect a whole lot out of it. But it's a Mario Golf game. You're coming off a Toadstool Tour,
Absolutely.
and so people are expecting a very like big name game to be very big, even for a portable. And I think that's where a lot of the problems lie, is because it wasn't that. It fell off. Granted, that sucks, you know, because I mean everybody wants a good golf game.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think for what we got back in the day, I just don't think it was really worth it.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot worse. I
Right.
guess. So it kind of fluctuates between C and D, but unfortunately, I'm not going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Super Sluggers on Wii.
All right, what do you think I'm putting that?
S.
Alex? Hey.
Hey, okay.
Okay, so
Is it the same thing that we were talking about?
the same exact reasons. The mechanics are different. It's not very skill based. The only saving grace is that story mode was really good. Mini games are still apart. Luigi's Mansion as a course was a huge deal. I think that's what really kind of made it really nice.
Yeah.
The switch between day and night courses, that was really fun too. And then last but not least, the roster. Obviously, the roster being as big as it was, the inclusion of so many different people, I think that's what made it a very big game.
Absolutely.
But when you, again, it's kind of like when you break Mario Tennis down, the 64. If you break it down, what do you have?
Something very primitive.
Exactly. But it makes up for it with other elements. Mario Tennis 64 to me did not feel like it made up with other elements.
Right, I understand
So
that.
that's my glad with that.
Yeah. Tennis Aces on Switch.
Okay, where do you think I'm putting this?
I'm gonna still say C.
I'm gonna give it a B.
Okay.
Okay,
Ooh.
Aces to me, for a while, because like tennis games were just not really there after a while.
That's a good point.
Aces was kind of a really good comeback for them.
Yeah.
Granted, like you said, the game wasn't fully complete. There were some small things that people weren't a fan of. However, it really shines when you look at it from a whole perspective, right? You're getting a lot of new characters, like a Change Hop, who we never thought we'd ever get to play as any of the Mario games. Which
I
think-
remember that.
So that was nifty.
That's cool. I like that.
On top of that, the gimmicks didn't really feel super gimmicky. So you can still play like a good game of tennis and
Yeah.
not feel like you were getting cheated out because of some dude's super or whatever, right?
Right.
So there's that. You also have the fact that the mini games were still in it. They were decent, not as good as some of the others, but they
Right.
were decent for what they were. And you could play online.
Yeah.
Online was huge when that game dropped.
Absolutely. They were definitely supporting it for a while.
And I think that's another thing that made it huge. So people always want to play Mario sports games online. And I think when Aces dropped and they saw the success of that, they started making all the other games online.
Right.
And I think that's what helped. Like when you look at like Striker's Charge had a huge online base.
Yeah.
Huge online base. I don't know if Sluggers was online. I don't think so.
I don't think no.
Sluggers was not online.
Right.
But I'm sure if it was, there would have been a hell of a fan base for that too.
Absolutely.
So I think personally Aces gets the B slot. Like I say before, it could have been better, but it was great for what we got. And I
Yeah.
can't really be mad about that. I wish there was just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like maybe a couple more courses or a couple more characters, maybe a little story mode.
Yeah.
I think, or
Well,
was
Aces,
there-
no, there was.
Oh, where's the
That was
story
when they
mode?
returned
Oh.
to story modes.
Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm tripping.
It's the one where Wario and Waluigi and Luigi get possessed by Lucian, the evil
Yes,
tennis racket.
I do remember that. Yes, the evil tennis,
Yeah.
and that's why right there gets a beat there.
I want to give it another shot now that it's had its full updates and
Sure.
it has all the modes. So if I can find it pre-owned or something,
Yeah.
I might try it out again.
All right, what do we got?
Mario Hoops 3 on
I'm
3DS.
gonna give it a B.
B.
Okay, same reasons as you. Decent game for what was on the DS. It felt smooth. It didn't feel like you were getting cheated. You had to earn your way to win. On top of that, the controls are very simplistic and you need to understand. And like you said before, guest characters were making a big impact on that. From Square Enix, and as a guy who loves Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
that was a big heart to me. So I think it was awesome for what it was, you know.
I can believe that.
All right, Mario Sports Mix
On the Wii.
Okay, so I've never played it, but take it off of the chart. I've seen enough gameplay to make it a decision on it.
But I will put it in D tier for you. Where would you put it, Alex?
Go ahead and drop that bad boy in that for me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I would never buy this game.
I-
Like downright,
Same.
bro. I just can't. Like, dude, it's just so bad.
Yeah.
Man. It's just so bad. And like, I get it, dude. You're trying to make some money. You're trying to capitalize on the sports things. But you're combining all these things that you've never fleshed out before. And then when you play them, they don't feel complete.
Yeah.
They look like trash. It feels like trash. Why would people want to buy this?
It's trying to, like, again, market itself as a sports game, but it feels more like a party game, like a Mario and Sonic kind of thing.
But here's the thing, though. At least with Mario and Sonic, dude, they felt like some of them a sports game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you do figure skating and you
Yeah.
actually had to do some stuff. Or when you did curling, you had to be smart about when you started, rushing or whatever. I'm trying to think of some other ones. But ice hockey, even ice hockey felt somewhat.
Even
bobsledding.
the dream events.
The dream events of snowboarding. Dream event snowboarding.
Yeah.
Was huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where that goes. Mario Power Tennis.
I'm gonna say S for you, Alex.
The S tier.
Ooh,
The S tier.
heck yeah.
That is my second favorite Mario Tennis game.
Ooh.
You'll get to the first one soon.
All right.
So, Mario Power Tennis, I actually played the Wii version of it before I played the GameCube version.
Oh wow, the new play control.
Yes. And let me tell you, that game amplified it better, so much better when you had motion.
Right.
That game felt so clean. My favorite minigame playing that was the paint.
Yes.
The paint one is
Yes!
easily the best one.
My man.
But I tell you what, that Yoshi one, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh my
that
God.
art, bro. You hit the wrong Yoshi with the paint, dude.
It's all over.
It's all over.
Oh.
And like, Grant, you get like what, 10 minutes to do it? But
Yeah.
dude, that 10 minutes does not feel like it's long enough.
Gotta be a Picasso on the court.
You really do. But it was also cool because there's a decent amount of characters, a decent amount of courses, a decent amount of gimmicks, which are really nice. Like Blooper Bay was a cool course. in
Yeah.
that. I think Luigi's Mansion's on that as
Yep.
well. So that was really nifty. All the superstar shots are amazing for what they were. There was an offensive and a defensive, so that's what really helped out. And then as the game progresses on, it gets harder, so you had to be smarter about what you were doing. Doubles was cool to do, singles was cool to do, starring everybody was awesome. It's a great all-around good tennis game for Mario. I think it really should be the standard to what the Mario tennis game should be.
Absolutely.
Until we get to this next one.
Mario Tennis Power Tour on
That's
Game Boy
next
Advance.
tier.
Ooh, okay. Do
Okay,
tell.
so back in the day, back when Sears was still selling video games.
Yeah.
My dad and I went and we were looking at games, and I saw Mario Tennis Power Tour there, okay? And I didn't think much about it. I just knew it was a Mario game. I had a Game Boy Advance. I like tennis. I was like, sure, I'll play it, right? Dad bought it, put it in my Game Boy Advance, had my AA batteries in the back of my Game Boy Advance.
Oh, yeah.
Do you realize how much content there is in that game?
I've never played it, so I could not.
Let me tell you how it works. There's a story mode. That story mode is 6 hours long.
Ooh.
For an advanced
Wicked.
game. For an advanced game.
Yeah.
Okay? You go through. So the way that it works is you have a character, a boy or a girl. You name it after yourself. The girl and you eventually become a doubles team or a singles team, depending on what you want.
Right.
You go through different classes.
Ooh.
You have it's like a beginner's class, a junior varsity class, and then the varsity class. Each class has its own court type. Okay? You're at Mario's tennis school.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's like an enrolled thing, right?
Cool.
So you face all these people and you get different rankings. And once you get to the max ranking and you beat that class, you go to the next one. And what's really cool is that because each class is a different court, it's a different court type.
Oof.
So then the whole game kind of like circles around and like Mario hears it, like you've been doing really good.
Yeah.
He enters you in a tournament, flies you out to Peach's castle.
Oh my God.
And you have to be in a tournament, and if you beat Mario, you beat the whole game.
Oh my, that's so cool. You get a letter of recommendation.
On top of that, there's training in the story mode, so you can upgrade your character as you're playing the game.
Oh shoot.
You go clothes shopping, if I remember correctly.
Ooh.
You get free roam around the whole campus. It was nutty for an advanced game, dude.
Oh man.
It was nutty.
I like that.
You'll have to play it.
I'll
We'll play
definitely.
it one day. Because I personally, in my opinion, I would be willing to go on a limb and say that Power Tour is the best portable Mario sports game that's available. 100%. If anybody's able to get their hands on it, please, 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 please go play that game.
Yeah.
That game did not get the love it deserved. I mean that wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. So Mario Golf 64. I think.
I'm gonna put that in A tier.
All right.
Okay.
So-
So 64 is. I don't think it's as strong as Toadstool.
Right.
because everybody thinks Toadstool Tour is the king of the golf series, and,
Mhm.
and rightfully so, it should be, right? However, 64 has some things about it that obviously doesn't live up to what Toadstool Tour has.
Yeah.
But that was also because Mario Golf 64 is the precursor to
Toadstool
Toadstool
Tour.
Tour. And like I said, Toadstool Tour upgrades itself by tenfold when you look at it. But there are still things in Mario Golf 64 that it's like, oh, wow, like it's gimmicky again and stuff like that. And you kind of have to take that into consideration. And then again, like Mario Tennis, when you break Mario Golf 64 down, what do you really have?
Not much.
Not much. So, it's a great game. It's a great golf game. I'm not knocking that. I just don't think it's worthy of an S tier.
Yeah.
I think it gets an A tier for me.
I
Personally.
get you.
Alright, so
Oh.
that is an S tier.
Oh, yeah. Mario's
And by
Tennis
S
Suite.
tier, I mean F tier. Get
Triple S tier.
yeah, there was a triple S tier, bro. That's where it goes.
It has its own tier.
It stands for shit,
Stinky,
stinky.
Shit, super stink.
But nah, I mean, it's the Virtual Boy, man. If it
Wait,
literally was anything else, bro, it might have been good, like a SNES. But it's the Virtual Boy. Nobody fucks with the Virtual Boy like that.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where it's disappointing, and you would think there'd be more.
This is supposed to be the magnum opus for the new
Right,
virtual
like-
reality system.
And you have to think that was in the '90s, bro. And it's just so sad.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
Sports Superstars 3DS.
Never played it, so I can't really comment on it. Maybe one day.
Maybe. Super
That's
Mario
a
Strikers
that's
S.
a S tier.
SS.
Like, they're literally like, it's like a night and day
Yeah.
between how great those games are compared to what they have now.
Right.
It's almost unspeakable
Yeah.
about what they have.
It feels almost like parallel dimension-y, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. And I think what's also cool is, again, Strikers is one of those games that was very, like, edgy, and it introduced a lot of, like, cool little ideas to the game. So, like, special powers, items being used. And, like,
Yeah.
sure, items have always been around in sports games, but the way they were getting used for Strikers was kind of nifty and different. It's like a change hopper Bowser flying on the course or whatever, on fire everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. So I really, like, have a deep heart love for that game. That and Charge together. Literally everything in that S tier holds a special place in my heart.
Did you ever see the commercial for it on TV?
What, Strikers? Yes, I remember it distinctively.
Oh my
It was
God.
such a good commercial because it made you want to buy it.
Yeah. And
All
then
right,
we have
last but not least,
Ultra
go ahead and put
Trash.
it in the E tier.
Ugh, it's so bad.
It's bad. I'm only giving it an E tier just because it looks good, like from
Visually.
but everything else, it's just
Yeah.
And that's my tier. All right, so I'm gonna start with the Tokyo one. Actually, I'm gonna put that in pretty good. I agree. Rugby is the best event in the entire fucking game. Hands down, that game alone is the funnest. I'm also a fan of them going back in time, like 1964, and like doing like the older like pixel graphics. I thought that was really nifty. So that was really cool. I like the sumo wrestling one. That
Yeah.
was fun.
I like the I don't mean to like intervene, but like my favorite was the dream event for the skateboarding or like the boarding one.
Oh yeah.
The one that was in Metropolitan Highway from Sonic Forces, because that's like my favorite level in the game. So it's like glad out of anything from that game that got put in.
True. Okay, next we're gonna do Mario Second the Olympic Winter Games 2010 Vancouver, the Wii version, the best.
Yep.
Dream events, hands down, are unbelievably amazing in that game.
Yeah.
Even the regular events, they feel fun to do. And
Absolutely.
the story mode is fantastic. I love the story mode where there's like a little boss at the end of each week or whatever.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
I always remember the first day, the second day, the third day, like the little.
The fourth day.
Yeah.
The fifth day. The sixth day. It's like, why did you gotta say sixth like that, dog?
Right.
What is he talking about?
Canadians.
Yeah, true. Alright, Mario Saga the Olympic Games 2008 Beijing Wii. I'm gonna put that in the pretty good. I actually really enjoyed it. I think they took a lot of the stuff from this game and they just amplified it. Kind of like what Mario Golf did with 64 going to Toadstool Tour. They just took everything from that one and amplified and put it into Vancouver.
Yeah.
The only thing that I didn't like about this one, there's no story mode. Two, some of the events felt impossible to win.
Yeah.
With certain characters.
I remember that.
like if you used Wario and you were doing archery, you were last place every single time.
Oh my god, yeah.
You'd be doing like the Jupiter Cup, and they'd be like, "Ah, Chief, that ain't the one, homie. That ain't the one.
Yeah.
Get your ass down in last place."
Don't even play Wario.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
But then it's like you go and use Wario and like swimming. Man's goaded.
absolutely. I mean, technically Wario's predominantly muscle, and all his fat had to go
Okay,
somewhere.
besides the whole
No.
that all thing. I'm talking
You,
about,
no,
like,
you're
you
like
see what
you're
I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
But like it shouldn't be like that. I should
Right.
use whatever character I want
and have a fighting
and have a
chance.
fighting chance. Even if I don't get first,
Yeah.
let me get top 3.
Yeah,
You know, so that way I know it's possible.
yeah.
Okay, so realistically, after this, I never played any of the other ones. I'm gonna keep a buck with you. I've
Oh my
never played
gosh.
any single one of these. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. I played Sochi.
Sochi,
It was not that good.
yeah.
It could have been better. It was iffy. I think because the last one I played before that was 2010. So the problem was I was basing off of that. So the fact it didn't live up to that really hurt.
Yeah.
It really hurt.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm kind of standing right now.
And so this is Luke's Sonic and Mario Olympic game tier list.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
I know, of course, we'll screenshot that of like whatever. But I guess that's it for this.
That is it for it. Woo!
Woohoo! And nobody
We made
died.
it. An hour later, we did it.
And nobody died.
And nobody died and was
Down
still-
here.
Huh?
Down here.
Yeah. I
Down
can't
here-
speak for
down here.
upstairs. I can't speak for outside.
But I hope you all enjoyed this. This was EvanUno.
This is Necromascot.
Gumpers.
See you guys next time. Bye bye.